Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. Not long ago, the United States once again increased chip restrictions and issued the third round of export control measures, adding 140 Chinese semiconductor-related companies to the entity list. This time, the focus is on equipment manufacturers, and many domestic manufacturers are on the list. But careful netizens may find that there is an exception to a large equipment manufacturer, that is, the well-known domestic etching equipment manufacturer, China Micro Corporation. The point is that after suing the U.S. Department of Defense, China Micro Corporation was also removed from the military-related list. Manufacturing equipment is in the upstream link of the semiconductor industry chain and is crucial to the entire chip industry. This can be seen from the fact that the U.S. chip sanctions focus on restricting cutting-edge manufacturing equipment, because foreign companies still have great advantages in this regard. The top 10 semiconductor equipment companies in the world have always been foreign companies. Among them, there are the three major U.S. semiconductor equipment giants Applied Materials, Lam Research, and KLA-Tencor, as well as the Dutch lithography giant ASML, and Japan's Tokyo Electron. According to the 2023 ranking, ASML is first, Applied Materials, Lam Research, Tokyo Electron, and KLA-Tencor are second to fifth. Previously, among the top 10 semiconductor equipment companies in the world, there were 3 American companies, 2 Dutch companies, and 5 Japanese companies. But this situation changed last year. China's domestic equipment manufacturer Hwang entered the top 10 for the first time and ranked 8th. Hwang's entry into the top 10 means that the influence of China's domestic semiconductor equipment in the global market is gradually increasing. The reason why Hwang can achieve such results is that its product range is very wide, covering almost 50% of the entire semiconductor equipment. It is not only a pioneer in China's semiconductor equipment, but also the absolute leader of domestic equipment far ahead. The point is that Hwang has broken through many core technologies and achieved many domestic substitutions. Both China Micro and Hwang are leading domestic semiconductor equipment companies. The difference is that Hwang is a platform-type equipment company with a wider business coverage. China Micro is the leader of domestic etching equipment, focusing on etching equipment and transforming to a platform-type equipment company from point to surface. Everyone knows that the importance of etching machines is second only to lithography machines. China's lithography machines are still far behind the world's leading level, but the etching machine technology has reached the world's leading level, and the 5 nanometers etching machine of SMIC has entered TSMC's production line. You know, many years ago, the etching machine was also monopolized and restricted by the United States and the West. The emergence of SMIC has changed this situation. Dr. Yin Jiao gave up his high salary overseas and led his team back to China in 2004 to start a business, and founded SMIC Semiconductor Equipment Company. After years of hard work and self-research, high-process etching equipment has been achieved, and the etching machine has now broken through the 3 nanometers level. Not only that, Dr. Yin Jia also said that the company's core components are basically self-controllable, and the current self-control rate has reached 90%, and it will soon reach 100%. This is probably the reason why the United States did not include SMIC in the list. Not only that, recent news shows that the United States has removed SMIC from the military-related list. According to data, in January this year, the U.S. Department of Defense added 11 Chinese companies to the military-related enterprise list, including SMIC. This list is similar to the entity list. In short, being added to the list will affect the company's operations and cooperation. Therefore, SMIC actively communicated with relevant U.S. departments, but to no avail. Therefore, SMIC sued the U.S. Department of Defense in the U.S. court in August this year, and finally won the case 4 months later. The U.S. Department of Defense removed SMIC from the list. Not only SMIC, but also Xiaomi was added to this military-related list in 2021. At that time, many people also jokingly said that it was because there was a military in Lei Jun's name. Later, it was also successfully removed from the list by suing the U.S. Department of Defense. There is also Huawei, which directly counterattacked in the face of U.S. obstruction and sanctions, and used legal means to fight back against infringements by Western companies. Recently, news came that Huawei won the case in Europe. The latest ruling of the European Unified Patent Court stated that the U.S. company Netgear had infringed Huawei's standard essential patents for Wi-Fi 6. After the penalty is executed, the company will face a ban on sales in many European countries. In this regard, some foreign media directly commented that Chinese companies are now more tough and have begun to fight back through legal weapons. The actual situation is like this. Compromise cannot solve any problem. Only by daring to resist and resist can we gain respect. The key point is that we must have strength and confidence. Only by insisting on independent research and development, mastering core technologies, and winning more markets, can we not be afraid of sanctions and suppression from the United States and the West, and not be afraid of any list, and develop better.